In last video, we have discussed about the Mercury in the 8th house of the horoscope. And in this video, we are going to talk about Venus in the 8th house of the horoscope. So keep watching. Namaste and welcome to Pramanik Astrology channel. I'm your host Prasad Mahazani. Help you raise your vibrations and become your true self with the help of Vedic Astrology. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. You will be getting Vedic astrological videos just like this one. And these videos will help you go further faster into Vedic astrological studies. If you have any question, comment on the YouTube video comment section. I read all the comments and I reply to almost all the comments. And if you have any question, you can also DM me on Instagram at Pramanik Astrology. If you are looking for readings and consultation, check out the link into the description section. Venus in the 8th house of the horoscope. What is Venus? Venus is the first thing which comes to my mind when I think of Venus is femininity. Mercury is about the neutrality and balance, but the neutrality and balance is of femininity and masculinity of Mars and Venus. Venus is a feminine archetype. Venus represents beauty, beauty products, love, marriage, peace, and creativity. Okay, fertility can also be seen with Venus. Venus is the natural karaka of the marriage. Karaka literally means producer. So Venus is the producer of the marriage. So whenever you want to look for the marriage prospects and condition, you have to look for the condition of Venus in your birth chart. Whether you are male or female, doesn't matter. Venus is the natural karaka of marriage. What is 8th house? 8th house is the deepest house, is the darkest house. It is the house of secrets. It is the house of inheritance, joint assets, wealth, astrology, psychology, exploring the truth, diving deep into any subject. In-laws can also be seen with the 8th house because it is the second from the 7th house. 7th house is the house of your partner. 2nd house is the house of the family. So 2nd from the 7th is the family of your partner, which is your in-laws. 8th house is also the house of ups and downs, birth and rebirth. 8th house is the house of sex, charisma, and reproduction. Longevity can also be seen with the 8th house. 8th house is also the house of big money, like inheritances, insurance, government taxes. All these can also be seen with the 8th house. 8th house is also the house of legacy. Now Venus is coming into the 8th house. So let's discuss the effects of Venus in the 8th house. The planet of love and romance is coming into the house of secrecy. So these people have the tendency to have secret relationships. These people tend to have secret relationship, be it romantic relationships or business relationships. They tend to hide their relationships because the 8th house is the house of secrets and Venus is the planet of love and romance. So they don't like to show their romantic connections or relationships. Same is the case with the business relationship. They don't like to showcase whom they are dealing with. 8th house is the house of in-laws and Venus is the planet of wealth and wealth from the other people. So if you have Venus associated with 8th house, it shows that you can have gains from your in-laws. Okay, but this is just the generic interpretation. It will change. Why it will change? Because we have to consider the condition of the Venus, whether this Venus is in a good dignity, in a good sign, whether the Mahadasha of Venus is also in store. So all these factors will change the interpretation. But generally, 8th house Venus is good for inheritance or getting money from others easily. 8th house is one of the Dushtana houses, and Venus is the planet of relationship. So these people, if they have a difficult Venus, might face difficulty in their relationship. 8th house is the house of inheritance, and Venus is the planet of wealth. So these people have good indications of having inheritances. The planet of love, romance, marriage is coming into the house of sex. So these people have healthy sexual drive. Venus also represents the fertility. So the planet of fertility is coming into the house of reproduction. 8th house is the house of reproduction and sex. Venus is the planet of fertility. So these people have very good fertility. Generally, if that Venus is not afflicted, it's in good condition, all that conditions apply. But these people tend to have good fertility. 8th house is the house of secrets, and Venus is the planet of the receptivity. So the planet of receptivity coming into the house of abstracts. So these people have that unique sense of perception to understand those abstract 8th house things, that mysterious things. Okay, as we discussed, every planet is going to bring in his element and will try to understand the 8th house with their own nature. Just like sun will come and light up everything, moon will try to feel the things, Mercury will come and look at the things intelligently. He won't go and try to feel that. He will just look for the information, decode the information, and process that information to get the ultimate result from that. Now Venus is coming into that 8th house. So Venus has the capacity to perceive that abstract things. From the 8th house, Venus aspects the 2nd house of the horoscope. 2nd house is the house of your finances, your family, and your food. The food you eat can also be seen with the 2nd house of the horoscope. When Venus is aspecting the 2nd house of the horoscope, it tends to make person crave for the exotic foods, more of tasty and good looking food. That exotic tastes is what the Venus in the 8th house crave for and gets it, because Venus is aspecting the 2nd house of the horoscope, is coming into the house of longevity. Venus is the planet of health and 8th house is the house of longevity. So it gives them good health and longevity. So yes, this is Venus in the 8th house, as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. This is not the end of the Venus in the 8th house significations. We can derive hundreds of them, and this is my version of the interpretation. You can compare the significations and can derive interesting combinations from these two significations. Okay, so I highly recommend you to do it for all the planets through houses, not just Venus in the 8th house. Okay, So yes, this was Venus as much as I could hold, grasp and share with you guys. What to watch next? If you are just starting into Vedic astrology, go to my website, go to the playlist How to Get Started into Vedic Astrology, or Rising Signs playlist, or Effects of Retrograde Planets, or any other playlist which you feel like starting your journey with. Okay, sending you tons of positive energies, sending you high vibrations. See you in the next videos. Love and peace.